Hey folks, time to play around with Scratch today. Gonna let you just play around with all the looks stuff. Gonna select my Scratchy sprite and show you some of the things that we've got here. You're quite familiar with the say hello. Now notice I'm just clicking on it on the left and then you can see what it does. So this is a good way to experiment with things. Um, the ones that have a time frame on them, it means that the saying will go away. But then if you do the one without the seconds, it just stays there until the next thing happens. So that often isn't very helpful when we're doing a program. I pretty much always recommend you use the ones with the time frames. The ones with think, notice how it looks like a hot thought bubble. Okay. And now switching costumes. This one is specifically, it just says costume 2. So you keep clicking it now. It's not doing anything because it's already on costume 2. You would have to click the drop down button to change it to costume 1 to get it to look different. But if you look, next costume just constantly switches back and forth. We'll skip the backdrop ones for now. We're not going to mess with backdrops today. We're just messing with the sprites. Look, change size by. Keep clicking. He keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, set size to 100%, so he's back to normal size. And when we click this, we can now put a negative in front of it. And so now he gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay? Change color effect by. Scratch has given their colors numbers. I have not been able to find a chart that tells you, so you'll just have to experiment with it. But look, every time we click, his color changes. Okay? And then there is set color effect to 0. That's kind of like the set size to 100. It undoes all of the previous changes. Of course, you could set that color, whatever. Then there's clear graphic effects, which changes everything. Now, did you notice there's a little drop-down arrows here by color? Look, there's fisheye, whirl, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, ghost. I'm going to challenge you to find out what these do. Look what ghost does. He fades out. Oop, and he's gone. Now I'm just going to do clear graphic effects and he's back. Okay, so for today, make sure that you try out some of these others and see what they do. You're quite familiar with show and hide. Hide, boom, he disappears. Show, he comes back. Okay, that's really helpful. Layers. You've not done anything with layers yet. So notice my bear is now in front of Scratchy. So I'm going to click back on Scratchy down here. So he's selected and I'm going to click on go to front layer and boom, he shows up in front of the bear. Okay. So that might be helpful. And if you've got multiple sprites, you might have multiple layers where you would need to specify. We are not going to mess with these little ovals here today. That is for some more advanced programming we'll tackle on another day. So I'm going to come down here to control and we're going to do forever and back over here to loops. You might have a little bit of fun with change color effect in here by 25 and watch him flash. Stop. If you do a little bit of a wait in there to where you're waiting like say 0.2 seconds and you do this, then he's not flashing quite so much, but that's interesting. So I'm just going to challenge you to play around. I would love to see all the different effects that you do. It would be fun if you added in, things like watch me change color. Oops, not me. And then you're going to need to actually make this not really a forever loop. You would need to repeat it sometimes. There we go. Repeat 10 times. And now he starts changing his color things. And then you would do another looks thing here. Now watch me become a ghost. And then have him change the ghost effect. So I'm going to challenge you to do that so that he can announce what he's going to do and you can come up with this fun program where he changes all kinds of effects. So I will look forward to seeing what you're doing. Post them and share them with us.